I went to the police over what my coworker called a harmless prank. My coworker Jenna thought it would be funny to open credit cards in my name without telling me. I only found out because my bank flagged a charge for a luxury spa in another city and froze my account. When I checked my credit report, my stomach dropped. 3 new credit cards, all maxed out, all opened within the last 48 hours. I knew immediately something was very wrong. I confronted Jenna at work that afternoon. She was sitting at her desk, sipping an iced coffee, and laughing with another coworker like it was any other Tuesday. When I showed her the credit report on my phone, she actually laughed and said, "Relax, it's just temporary. I was going to pay it back." She claimed she'd used my information because her credit score was going through a rough patch and thought it would be easier this way. What made it worse was how she'd gotten my information. She knew my social security number, my address, everything. I realized she'd accessed my employee file when she covered the front desk one weekend. She even admitted she'd memorized my details just in case. The applications were submitted from her laptop. She hadn't even bothered to hide it. One card was used to book a weekend trip. Another paid off her car repair. The third, pure shopping sprees. When I told her this was identity theft, she rolled her eyes and said everyone borrows credit sometimes. She said I should be grateful she didn't miss a payment yet. Meanwhile, my credit score had already dropped over 100 points. My landlord called asking if I was having financial trouble. My mom called in a panic because she'd gotten a collection notice addressed to me at her house. That's when I decided to call the police. The officer who came to my apartment was calm, methodical, and took me seriously from the start. She reviewed the applications, the IP addresses, and the timestamps. Within minutes, she told me this was felony identity theft, not a prank. Jenna was looking at serious charges. Jenna didn't laugh anymore when the officer showed up at work to question her. She kept insisting it was a misunderstanding and that she'd meant to tell me. She tried offering to Venmo me a few $100s on the spot. The officer explained that repayment doesn't erase a crime, and that credit damage can follow someone for years. Watching Jenna panic was surreal. She kept texting people, calling her parents, and trying to log into accounts she'd already lost access to. The same person who told me to calm down 2 days earlier was now shaking and asking if this would ruin her life. Within 2 weeks, Jenna was arrested and charged. She pleaded guilty to avoid jail time but still received probation, mandatory financial restitution, and a permanent fraud conviction. She was fired immediately. Our company cooperated fully and helped document how she accessed my information. During the investigation, police discovered she'd done this to 2 other coworkers before me, smaller amounts that hadn't been reported. Once my case became known, both of them came forward. Together, we filed a civil lawsuit. Between damages, legal fees, and restitution, Jenna ended up owing over $60,000. She had to move back in with her parents. Her professional licenses were revoked. Last I heard, she couldn't pass a background check for most office jobs and was working hourly retail under supervision. As for me, my credit was eventually restored. My landlord apologized. My company offered identity protection and covered my legal costs. I stayed in my apartment, got a promotion 6 months later, and started therapy to deal with the stress. People love calling crimes pranks when they don't think consequences will reach them. Turns out some jokes come with sirens.